A good day to everyone and welcome to our vlog. My name is Margaret Army Clarice B. Ramos, and together with my group members, which are Yasmin Resquites, Nathaniel Nagal, Kelsey Rojas, and Paulo Tolentino, we are going to discuss about permissions. And now, let us proceed to the next slide. The first type of permission group is the owner. It applies only to the owner of the file or directory. Ibig sabihin, this will not impact the actions of other users. Now, the second type is the group. The group applies only to the group that has been assigned to the file or directory, and it will not affect the actions of other users. And the last type of permission group is all users. It applies to all other users on the system. This is the permission group that you want to watch the most. Let us proceed now on the permission types. The first type is read. It tells us that the user can view the contents of the file. The next one is write, which says that the user can modify the file or directory. And the last type is execute. It tells us that the user can run a file or view the contents of the directory.
So we will proceed to permission commands. There are 8 types of permission commands, which are the id, chmod, UMS, su, sudo, cho, chgrp, and passwd. So ano nga ba yung ID? ID is, it displays user's identity. So basically, yung ID command daw is, siya yung nagde-display ng identity ng user na ginagamit natin. And yung chmod command naman is, it allows us to modify the access rights of a file or directories, which is, siya yung nag-a-allow sa atin na magkaroon tayo ng access sa file or directories natin na ma-modify ito. And yung UMS command naman is, it sets the default file permission. So ito yung nagsaset or nag-change sa mga default file permission natin. Sa su command naman is, it allows us to temporarily become the super user. Na kung saan binibigyan tayo nito ng access na maging isang root user or yung tinatawag na super user. Dito sa su command ay karaniwan dito hindi mo malalaman ang password nito.
Dito naman po sa sudo command ay inaalaw ka na ito na mag-execute ng isang command bilang ibang user, at sa paggamit ng sudo command ay maaari mo rin magamit ang su command kahit na hindi mo alam ang password ng command na ito. At sa chown command naman po ay dito inaalaw ka ng command na to na mapalitan ng ownership ng isang file at ilipat ito sa kung saan man ito nararapat or gustuin mong ownership. Sa chgrp command naman po ay parang same lang rin sa chown, pero ang pinagkaibahan lang nila ay kung sa chown command ay file, dito naman po sa chgrp ay file group naman po ang inaalaw nito na mapalitan ng ownership. And last, sa passwd command naman po ay dito sa command na to ay pinapayagan kanito na palitan ng password ng iyong user.
Good day everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about file permission value. So what is file permission value? In the context of computer systems, a file permission value, also known as file mode, refers to a set of attributes that determines the level of access and permissions granted to a file or directory. It defines who can read, write, or execute the file and under what conditions. Okay. So in the most Unix-like systems, including Linux, Mac OS, and Unix itself, the file permission are represented by a 3-digit octal values, often displayed as a sequence of 3 characters. Each digit in the value represents a specific set of permissions. The first digit represents the permission for the owner of the file. Then the second digit represents the permission for the group associated with the file. Then finally, the third digit represents the permission for the other users or the rest of the world. Okay, let's tackle each digits. Each digits can have a value ranging from 0 to 7, where 0 indicates no permission. That means no read, write, nor execute access. 1 indicates execute permission only. 2 indicates write and execute permission. 3 indicates write and read permission. 4 indicates read permission only. Number 5 indicate read and execute permission. 6 indicate read and write permission. And finally 7 indicates read, write, and execute permission. These permission values can be combined to define different access levels for the owner, group, and others. The common file permission values includes, ito na yung mga common file for Linux. Common file permission. Okay, 400. 400 indicates read permission for the owner. 600 indicates read and write permission for the owner. Okay, again 400 is for read permission only, pero para sa owner lang. 600 is for read and write permission, again for the owner lang. 644 read permission for the owner and read only permission for the group and others. Okay, 644 read permission for the owner, pero pwede rin ang read only permission sa group and others. 666 all users may read and modify the file. That means lahat from the owner, the group, and others, lahat sila pwede nila ma-modify yung file. 700 full permission. That means we can read, write, and execute, pero sa owner lang. Next, 755 read and execute permission for the owner and read only permission for the group and others. And lastly is 777 full permissions for everyone. Ibig sabihin, we can read, write, and execute a file accessible sa lahat from the owner, the group, and others. This permission values ensures that the file and directories are protected and accessible only to the authorized users to maintain security and privacy within the system. So that's all for today. Thank you.
Ito yung mga different symbolic notions na nagre-represent ng mga groups, different group type na discussed earlier. And here are some of the examples on how to use these symbolic notion to change file types, which I will now demonstrate. I'm going to demonstrate how to use the commands. Now everyone is allowed. Now every group is allowed to access this file to read, write, and execute. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to remove some of the permissions. Now only the user is allowed to read and write this file.